I'm so excited to show you this safe. I first saw this design from a company called Lockaway at the SHOT Show maybe 5-6 years ago. I forget. I thought the design was wonderful, but the application was not very good. And I don't think they went anywhere, but Browning ProSteel is now using their patent, and they have taken all of my misgivings away. It's not in a big gun safe, and I'll tell you why that's important later, but they put it into a reasonably light-duty locker, but it has some incredibly heavy-duty features. You can probably see on the sign down here, it's 10 times, this door is in the hole, 10 times stronger. They're fudging a little bit. I think it's more like 10 to 15 times stronger from pull tests and everything else. But I want to show you how it works. When you unlock, you start to turn the handle, the door doesn't open immediately, it slides to the right. Once it's removed, its full length part from this end and removed from this end, it slides back and the door opens up. Let me give you a demo, okay? 1, 2, 3, boop, boop, boop. Now watch the door. Now it opens up. Now you'll notice this is a joggled in, or as most people call it, it's a bend. Bends create strength when it's done like this. Makes it much harder to bend this door. Let me show you the inside of this. You've got 20 guns. You've got a locker up here for ammunition or whatever. First class bolt down kit, okay? Which I approve of. A lot of times there are little skimpy things that couldn't bolt anything down with, tell you the truth. And you want to bolt it down because even I could wrestle it out of a home, and I'm old as dirt, but it weighs 170, 175 pounds. And you may think that's heavy. That's not heavy. I just had a safe removed out of a house. It was 1,100 pounds. You'll notice that this is this is about a 13 gauge door. I know somebody said it's 14, but they probably measured the paint. This is a 13 gauge door, 16 gauge body, hardly bragging rights, but the way they're put together is phenomenal. Then you have this bar that goes from the top all the way down the bottom, and it hooks in behind the entire frame. So you have 2 hook-in spots on this side. On the reinforce the door, you have steel stringers going across here and going across the back, and that's where the secret stuff is. That's where the secret sauce is hidden. More importantly, you got 2 hooks here. They're 7 gauge hooks, meaty as hell. And what these do when you close the door is these go into this slot and into this slot and into those 2 slots down below, and then it slides over and locks into position. When they say it is 10 times better against pry attack, I'm going to challenge that. I'd say it's 10 to 15, maybe even more, because it's in the hole. Let me tell you, it doesn't want to come out. And this thing has been DOJ approved by the latest DOJ ratings, which haven't really been announced yet, but they're going back and they're testing stuff. So far, everything they've tested in the non-fire rated category has flunked, with the exception of this test, this particular safe. Now, so this is the only safe that has passed California DOJ non-fire rated cabinet locker, whatever you want to call it. So that is very impressive, and I have no doubt in my mind how it did that, because this is exceptional. Now, the problem with the safes that I used to see, this door would be 6 inches thick, and on a safe this wide, it would take up almost a full third of the door opening. Well, that wasn't suitable, but making it out of sheet metal like this and doing it the way they did it, they've solved that problem. I say they've done a little bit of re-engineering. It's 59 inches tall. It's 21 inches wide. It's 18 inches deep, and it weighs 170 to 175 pounds, depending upon if you unwrap it or not. And it doesn't seem like a lot, and that's why we really need to call it a locker. But I will tell you right now, this is vastly superior than anything in its class at the moment. And I'm not talking price class, I mean lockers. You know, I had to read the instructions to get into this lock, because normally we'll use all UL rated locks, but this lock is a little more in line with what the DOJ gun security boxes are used for. It has a key override, which I'm not crazy about, but you know what? It looks pretty good on this one. Generally, if you have a key override, The batteries are on the inside, drives me nuts because everybody throws the keys in them and then shuts the door. This has the battery on the outside, but I couldn't get it off. I didn't know if it lifted up or what. Well, I found out there's a little detent down on the bottom and you push up on it and you gently turn and it comes right off real easy. Now, this is where your battery is. This is the pad that goes to the back. Where the combination is held, that's the lock, and this is the keypad. And right in there is a keyhole for, geez, I don't know, 5 foot, 5-inch key or something. But I would be remiss if I didn't share that with you. And it goes on pretty easy, and it comes off pretty easy. But don't try to lift it up like I did. Do me a favor, please subscribe to the channel. We could use your support. We try to show you the straight skinny. Nobody's paying us to show you this new product. If they did, I'd want more of them in here. I think we got a bunch in. We sold them all. They're all on order again. By the time you see this, we should have a full stock in each one of the stores. And then, of course, we have hundreds of other safes to look at as well. So, want to be your supplier. John at DeanSafe Company. Take care.